Big crowds, long waits, but tonight some Jackson County homeowners say the fight against skyrocketing property assessments was worth it.
We got it down to a reasonable level. I'm very pleased that it's much less than it was.
KSHB 41's Alyssa Jackson is following through today. She was at the Jackson County Assessment Department.
So Alyssa, you've been on top of the story for some time. What did you notice when you were there?
Well, Dia and Kevin, we were near the waiting room, and people who hadn't made appointments told us they waited hours to get their assessments reviewed, but several people who did get in told us it was worth the wait.
Get that appeal in, but don't rest on your laurels.
A day after more than 1,000 people showed up at a tax appeal workshop put together by realtors and community leaders, people brought their assessments to Jackson County so they can take another look.
I live in my house 15 years. And this is the first time it went up like, oh my God. No, really, I mean 60%.
They had assessed my property at 56% higher than it was last year, and we got it down to a reasonable level.
What's reasonable for you, if you don't mind sharing?
Well, it's up a little bit from last year. It went from $235,000 to $275,000 instead of $365,000.
That's a win for Milo Farnham, but a room full of people were waiting for the same outcome.
I don't know what to expect.
He spent most of his day here, along with people who walked in trying to get this taken care of.
I should not, because it costs time. I mean, I know you try your best, but it could be better.
Well, it was a very long wait. I came in at 9:30, I think it was, and now it's 4:30 or something like that.
This is an issue KSHB 41 covered extensively in 2019, and many of the same issues are coming up. People fear as values skyrocket, so will their taxes, though that is not always the case. This year, Missouri lawmakers passed a bill to allow property taxes to be frozen by counties and cities for property owners 65 and older. But Governor Parson has yet to sign the legislation.
And I'm 91, I would fit that character. And I thought, well, maybe they're jacking it way up because they know they're never going to get it increased as long as I'm alive.
We knew that there would be people in trouble. We just didn't know how many people were in trouble.
As someone who heard tax appeals in the past, Stacey Johnson-Cosby is part of the community trying to educate people on what to do, though she blames the county for the past and the present.
They've had 4 years, and yet they still didn't get it right. So to me, I'm disappointed that our taxpayer dollars are being wasted in whatever systems they're using.
Farnham said if it didn't go his way, he'd have no choice other than to pay the taxes if they go up. But he was able to get them to make it right. So leaving this building today, how you feeling?
Much better than when I came in.
Some good news for some people today. And if you and the assessment department reach an agreement on the value of your property, that's it. The process is over. But if you still want to appeal the assessment, you'll have a hearing with the Board of Equalization. There will be another workshop in person with realtors and community leaders tomorrow and next week. They're emphasizing for people to try to join virtually. So we'll have all this information on our website, kshb.com. In the newsroom, Alyssa Jackson, KSHB 41 News.
No doubt several homeowners will be busy. Alyssa, thank you. And if you want to go to one of those property value reviews, it is at the department's office on Washington Street in Kansas City. You can talk with brokers and the department staff to lower your assessment. Alyssa mentioned the lines, so you're encouraged to make an appointment. At office open from 8 to 4 Monday through Friday. If you plan to appeal your property assessment, the workshop tomorrow is at the Mohart Center. That's from 11 until 3. The final one is Tuesday. That'll take place at 28 Event Space. Both are free. And like Alyssa said, organizers are urging you to join virtually to avoid a big crowd like last night. On the event's website, there's a Get Tickets button. So click on that to register for the Zoom, and we have a link to that on our website, kshb.com.